name is Alyssa.
And I'm Emily, and you're listening to Slash&Slay, a horror podcast. On today's spooky episode, we delve into the horror of urban legends, new ones, old ones, and ones that transport you to alternate realities.
Check your back seats, turn on the lights, and get your golden doodles ready for true tales of frightening folklore. Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to episode 36.
Season 2, episode 36.
We've done 36 episodes. There's 36 weeks of our voice on the internet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are. Wait. And there were some short ones, too, but they're not on
There were, but I don't count those.
Not of our voice.
No
those
one liked
don't
those.
Count. No one did like those.
That's okay.
It's okay.
We
They
did
were
have
fun.
someone tell us that
One
like
of
they
our
voted.
friends said, please don't do these anymore. I was like, thank you for being honest. I appreciate
We
it.
did too, and we ended it there. So
That's okay. They were fun. We watched the Freddy Fazbear.
that was just on TikTok.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We watched a short film, and we watched...
And we did.
And we played horror trivia, which we need to do a whole episode because
That was
then
fun.
I feel like people will actually like it.
Right.
This Roku TV
Mm-hmm.
is just like stimulating my brain like
Do we need to
crazy.
turn it off?
No, I want to watch it.
I want to look at it the whole
I'm like
time.
trying to find all the movies in it. I think I saw Mary Poppins.
Are you gonna get confused? Are you gonna get not confused, distracted from
What'd you say?
our
I'm kidding. Just kidding. We're actually in Alyssa's new beautiful townhouse. Here's the address. Y'all
The
come on
address
over.
Yeah, bring me gifts.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring you a housewarming gift.
That's okay. I just thought someone was stealing packages off my porch
Already a porch pirate?
because I heard something on my porch, and then I was like, "What was that?" And I looked through the peephole, and someone was walking away carrying packages, and I'm expecting packages. So I was like, "Did someone literally just steal packages off my porch?" So I looked on Amazon, and I saw that they hadn't been delivered yet. So I was like, "Okay, maybe it was just went to the wrong house."
Mm-hmm.
Then I decided to open the door, and my package was there. So it was someone delivering my package. My bad.
Yeah, that's thankfully no porch pirates.
Yes, it's a very quiet
It
neighborhood.
is very quiet over here.
Yeah,
I feel like everywhere's quiet, but even here you're more. I don't know. Were you tucked away back there?
we were tucked away back there. I think parking wise was better over there, but I have not heard my neighbors one time.
No clip clopping.
No clip clopping above. We have 2 floors, so
Now you can wear
I can
your
clip-clop.
heels while
Yes.
vacuuming
I can.
and having your dog bark
Yes.
all at the same time.
Yes.
That's fun. It is a beautiful house, gorgeous. I love it here. I'm moving in probably in a few
I have an extra
weeks.
bedroom.
There's an extra bed just for me.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's wonderful. I helped move briefly.
You were a huge help, actually.
I was more motivation, I think.
You were, because I was like on
that close.
I was on the couch just out. I was about to be like, I'm done for the day. Then Emily was like, let's go. And I was like, okay. So it did help a lot.
We did one, and then she did.
And then
she
I
was done.
Then I was like, okay.
Which is good because I'm not doing very well today. I did go home early from work. I would just work from home instead because I'm just not feeling very well this week.
What's going on?
I think, I ran out of my prescription.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think I'm having some pretty major withdrawals.
Uh-oh.
And I never as much as I feel everything going on my body, I never connect it. So I'm like, wow, what's going on? Like, I have no idea, even though it's like, oh, duh.
Yeah.
You know? So I just was not feeling very well yesterday at all. I kind of just laid in bed all evening, which I never do.
Mm-hmm.
And then today, I also pulled something in my foot, I think, on Saturday. Because before I helped you move, I did a hot girl garage sale.
Ooh.
And it was 107 degrees, so I was a very hot gal.
Literally hot girl.
So I think I'm recovering from that. I wasn't able to go to the gym or anything the past few days because my foot is really hurting. I had to wear a brace and put icy hot on it and everything. It's feeling a little better today.
Oh, jeez.
But I'm still recovering from the weekend. I did not make it out good though.
Yeah.
I'm a
Did
little
not
beat down.
make it out on the other side
No.
fully recovered.
I've had a lot of electrolytes trying to replenish.
Yeah.
But I think tomorrow's gonna be better. I hope.
It's half the week.
I know. Already.
So halfway through, you can do it.
Yeah. Hopefully, I did some good things. I made an appointment with a psychiatrist.
Good.
Which I've been having to do for the last year, but I did it today finally.
Yes.
I also there was nobody at the office. And so when the psychiatrist called, I was like, I'm making my appointment now. And they're like, what's your social? And I just said it out loud. I said my debit card.
Steal my identity.
Yeah, I was
care.
like, it's fine. Just do it. But I made the appointment. It's good. Yeah.
Well, I hope that you get to feeling better.
I hope so too.
I know that you will.
I know.
I know that you're going to come out on the other side stronger.
I'll come back stronger than
yesterday.
I was listening to, what episode was it that we talked about landslide? I think I was listening to the Stephen King episode today.
Oh, uh-huh.
Because I was trying to find a funny quote that we talked about. And it was when we were talking about Riptide and landslide. But I'm glad that we both knew stronger than yesterday.
Yes.
At the same time.
I would never forget that.
Never. How are you feeling today?
I feel pretty good.
Did you have adequate help this weekend?
Yes. I felt very helped.
Good.
Like, my husband was amazing. He did a lot.
I don't know. When I was here, he was asleep.
Yeah, I know. When you were here, he was asleep, and he did sleep for 2 hours that day. But he did all the major lifting, and then even like Saturday after like all the furniture was moved in, he moved all the boxes in by himself. Me and my mom
a lot of unpacking has been done.
So yeah, my mom's helped tremendously as
your
well.
Mom's crazy. She's like,
she's
yeah. She's like, I washed all your dishes. They're put away. They're exactly where they need to go.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that she like knows exactly what you have too. Like she has like a catalog in her brain.
Yeah.
She's like, where's that one pan?
Yeah.
And I was
she
like,
packed up my kitchen, so I think that's why
she knew. That's so funny. Well, I'm glad you're feeling settled.
Yes.
Happy.
Getting settled. I'll be happy when everything is in its place. My mother-in-law is coming to visit in like not this weekend, but next weekend, Labor Day weekend.
And
so I got to get something.
She can stay in the
guest bedroom.
Or she can like, all three of y'all can just sardine.
That's
if you want to.
really awkward.
That'd be funny.
That you want me, my mother-in-law, and my husband to all sleep in the same bed. It's an interesting proposition.
My hotel room this weekend is just gonna be me in a king bed.
Oh, you're gonna love that.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna love it.
I don't know what to do with myself. It's gonna be crazy.
I'm excited for you.
I know, it'll be exciting. What else do we have to catch up on? Nothing.
That's it.
That's all. I have no Slash and Slays because it's literally been a few days.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch anything.
Yeah.
Or read anything. Or do anything.
Me neither. I haven't had time. I mean, I've been listening to audiobooks, but it's for another series, so I'm not going to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
And then another book that...
I did read one book. But it wasn't horror. It was the nastiest, filthiest little romance book. It was so... I was like blushing. I was like, I cannot listen to this in public.
Listening at work?
Yeah, and it was like one of those where I kept checking if my headphones are like...
Yes. That's happened to me a few times.
I will get fired if anybody hears what I'm hearing right now because it is nasty.
Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, it was good. He was a bull rider.
Oh.
She was his like agent. Yeah.
She was a bull rider.
She sure did. She sure did. That's all I read. That's all I did.
Nice.
Yeah. I feel like I watched another movie. I watched Ninja Turtles, the 1990 version.
Oh. That's horrific.
They were like little Muppets. They actually were Jim Henson, like
I don't like Muppets. You know I don't like Muppets.
I think I'm going to go to, when I go to Atlanta, there's a Muppet, like, museum.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I love them. I know you hate them, but Miss
I
Piggy.
I don't hate all of them, but...
Miss Piggy, you hate.
I hate Miss Piggy. We all know this.
We all know we hate Miss Piggy. Not me. She hates Miss Piggy.
I do.
Miss Piggy probably loves our podcast.
No, she would not.
Yeah, you're right. She'd be like,
this is
all about me.
Yeah, exactly. She would judge us, and then she would go bully Kermit into non-existence.
So I'm glad we're talking about this week, because I think the week of Labor Day weekend, we're going to be staying in a cabin. So I need to get this off my chest. This topic.
Yes.
This topic.
This topic.
This topic. Last week I kept talking like Australian, and now I
can't stop
talking. What is that
what is
accent?
Boston?
That's what's that?
Topic. What?
Oh, is that your couch?
Sorry, that's my couch. It's my couch, people.
I was like, okay, girl. Yeah. So this topic we're talking about
urban legends
today. I feel like the last podcast on the left.
Oh,
Have you ever listened to them?
I haven't actually listened to them.
I just know of them. I've never listened to them either, but they're so popular.
They are.
I feel like everything popular in the world, I just don't know.
Yeah,
and like I
same.
don't do it. I just
Same.
never heard of it. Anyway,
Well, we're talking about urban legends, and we're gonna rate. I get rank our
number 5. I want to do it like that.
Yeah, we got to do it like
Yeah,
that.
very
That'll be
dramatic.
So, what is an urban legend, Emily? Do you know?
I think the the definition.
The definition
you know what?
on dictionary.com.
An urban legend is a form of modern folklore in which folklore like Taylor Swift,
Like Taylor Swift, exactly.
in which stories told are thought to be true but are likely untrue or distortions and exaggerations of the truth. Nowadays, urban legends are often spread via email. Do you remember getting those?
The chain emails.
Yes.
It's like, if you don't repost this
Your mom's gonna die.
50 times, you will suffer the consequences.
I think if I got one tomorrow, I would still do it.
I never
Like,
did
just
them.
in case.
I ignored all of them.
I'm so gullible.
And my life is fine.
Yeah, that's true.
A meteor comes
A meteor's gonna come on this day in 2023.
and it will strike your house unless you email this
Yeah, you
to
didn't email
everyone
or
in your
text.
contacts.
How interesting. I
I
actually was absolutely jaw on the ground shocked to discover all the ones that I've like known about my whole life that I was
But
so
didn't know they
scared
were
about.
urban
so,
legends.
Well, they're so recent.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, what?
there's a lot of recent ones,
Which I guess makes more sense because in folklore tales like that, they're very basic. Like they're like, this one thing happens and this is what happens. It's just like very, very basic. But then with like the rise of internet, text, all that kind of stuff, it gets more nuanced and the spread is so much quicker.
Yeah.
And
I
more
like how
vast.
always like before, I don't know if it still is like this now, but with a lot of ones I heard like growing up, it was like I would hear them like, oh, this happened to like my friend's cousin's best friend's dog's aunts,
And
you
you're
know,
like,
and you're like, oh, so someone like, and that
It's
was the whole
real.
thing.
Yeah.
And it was usually someone obviously lying
Yeah.
about that.
I don't know. Maybe they're all lying.
Maybe not. I don't know. There was a movie called Urban Legend. It came out in 1998.
When I was born.
Yes. Wow. Anyways, moving on.
Oh, wow.
I saw it when I was pretty young.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember seeing it on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh my gosh, you and that Sci-Fi
I
Channel.
know. It's where I watch all the horror movies
Where
I
you
shouldn't have
got corrupt.
watched.
Yes.
But I remember, I don't know if it was the opening scene of it, but there was this one where there's a man and a woman. They're in a motorhome, and they keep hearing noise outside the motorhome. Or maybe it's a car. I can't remember. It's one or the other. It could be a motorhome. It could be a car. I can't remember what it was in the movie. But they kept hearing noises outside. Eventually, the boyfriend goes and checks, and he doesn't come back. But she keeps hearing the noise. It's like the scraping sound on the top of the car.
I'm scared.
And so she doesn't ever get out of the car, but her boyfriend doesn't come out. But in the morning, she goes outside and she looks, and it's her boyfriend hanging upside down by his foot, I guess, and his fingernails are scraping the top of the car. And that was like the opening, I think, in this movie. And it, like, I remember it freaking me out.
That would be terrifying. Was it a Wendigo?
It might have been. Now that I think about it.
I found out about Wendigos after going to Comic-Con with my sister, and she said, you have to watch Supernatural.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to watch the Wendigo
I was about to
episode.
say, I was like, Wendigo's like where I really like learned about them was Supernatural.
Yeah, that's how that was the first time I heard about them, and I was like, never again. I don't care.
Supernatural has a lot of urban legends that they take and they use them as like their storylines.
I was gonna say they should have like American Horror Story urban legend.
Oh,
A whole series.
That's a
that
really
would be
good
really
idea.
good.
Ryan Murphy, pay us for that idea.
Pay me, even though I've never seen one episode of your whole show. I must be honest. When we were researching this one, I'd like never. Obviously, I never get scared about stuff like I just don't get scared. But researching this, I was like,
you out.
I was really scared. And yeah, it was actually genuinely freaking me out, especially since a lot of these like you hear as a kid, so it brings back that child like
fear.
Like I have an experience with some of these, like even one of them I've literally like is a physical place and I've been there. Like that's kind of scary. What about you? Were you scared?
Yeah, I was scared. There was like a lot of really weird ones that I heard. Some like it's just like derivatives off of these main ones, right? And then realizing, oh, that was just like that. But I'll have to tell you this one. After we rank them, I'll tell you this one that I was told
as a kid.
Okay. That like someone told me, oh, this happened to like my cousin.
Oh, okay.
And I believed it for the longest time.
That's like scary because I love like the aspect of folklore, folk tales, and things like that. And then like it's so scary because like somebody thought of this, like this has to be rooted in some sort of reality.
Yeah.
And not that it's necessarily true, but the fact that like most scientists will like come and try to debunk these, like that means it caused such a mass like scare or such a mass effect on people that the logic community was like, we need to figure it out before everybody goes wild.
Right. And it's like
the power of a story.
It's hard to also know a lot of these, the origin.
Yes, that's true. Especially the further back.
Yeah. They just kind of like
appeared like
just kind of appeared.
Yeah.
It's like, where did this, obviously someone told the story and it like, or something similar happened, but then how does it spread so like widely? That's what's crazy. Well, I understand with like the internet now, it's easy for something like that to happen. Creepypasta, Reddit, stuff like that. But like back, you know, back in my younger days.
No, even like
it was just like word of mouth.
I should ask my mom like, what was the scary urban legend you heard?
Oh,
especially because she's Hispanic, so I wonder if they had different kinds. Then I'm sure my dad never heard one in his life. Probably he was probably just like, huh? He didn't know what was going on. I'm gonna ask them.
You should.
Do you want to give us your first number 5?
Sure.
Number 5. Do it like that.
Okay. Number 5, the elevator portal.
I've never heard of this.
This is like a newer one. So there's apparently this like set of instructions online, and if you have to go to enter a building.
I'm scared.
Why are you scared? It's not. This one's not that scary. This is why it's number 5 for me. It's not that scary. So you have to go into a building that's at least 10 stories tall, can be taller. And so it takes you through this series of like, you have to press the button and you go to these floors and you exit the elevator, then you get back in, and you always have to take the same one. You can't switch elevators. And it's like eventually they say a woman will get on the elevator with you. And you're not allowed to speak to her. If she speaks to you, you can't speak to her.
Okay.
But if you follow everything right, it does eventually open a portal to an alternate reality. And then I think you can just go back, like follow the directions backwards to get out.
Back.
Yeah.
Does it have to be consecutive? Like, what if accidentally over your lifetime you do it?
No, I think it has to be like all.
You have to be intentionally
doing it. Because the same
it.
elevator.
Oh, okay. Oh, so do people think like the girl who died at the Cecil Hotel?
Yeah,
they really think she like opened a portal.
They really do. Yeah, that's part of it.
That would kind of make sense.
Yeah.
See, I will believe anything. I'll be like, yes,
yes.
There's an elevator portal.
Let's go do it, Emily.
No,
we should try out some of these urban legends.
There's only one that I would go to. Actually, no,
one?
I won't. Actually, I won't. I will actually not do any of these. I've done one of them before, so I think I'm good.
What's yours?
My number 5. Okay,
Yeah.
I actually wrote these.
Are you gonna say like?
Yes, I'll do it like yours.
Just making sure.
But I'm gonna reorder them because I didn't really do them by scariest, and now I am going to. Number 5, the chupacabra.
Ooh, chupacabra.
Believe it or not, this one just came around in 1995.
Nuh-uh.
Originated in Puerto Rico in 1995.
It's been around forever.
I know, wouldn't you think? Everywhere I looked said 1995, Puerto Rico.
Weird.
I know. Because I remember when I first heard about the chupacabra, it was on the Scooby-Doo.
I was about to say,
Chupacabra.
when did Scooby-Doo come out?
That was crazy because as soon as like this phenomenon happened, because it was like a very quick, very widespread phenomenon with the chupacabra, when it happened, immediately 1996 there was already a movie about it. Like they went
that's crazy
quick about it. Basically the story originated with a whole bunch of people in Puerto Rico found a lot of their goats and their livestock completely drained of blood. Chupacabra, chupa means suck, cabra for goat, so it's goat sucker.
Suck that goat.
Goat sucker. So it has entered the vampire realm of lore. And so a whole bunch of people thought this kangaroo looking monster, like, because it would stand up on its hind legs, they said, but it looked like a dog, but was like big like a kangaroo. Weird. Mangy with fangs would come and suck all the livestock.
It was just one of them?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people reported seeing it.
Yeah, so maybe it was more than one.
And then eventually in Mexico they started seeing it. In China they started seeing it, the chupacabra. And in the way that scientists were explaining it away was there was a certain disease going around that would make like the dogs look very mangy, like they would get welts on their skin, all their hair would fall out, so they'd look like really nasty, and it would make their face very like swallow. Is that the word? Like once like sallow. Yes. And so it looked like the fangs were more pronounced, and that's what they were like. That's the chupacabra. But I'm like, if all the blood's drained,
yeah, but like how
are you
to
gonna
do that?
Explain that?
How to do that?
How would do that?
How would do that?
And they also said that it would go for like already dead animals. Like, why were there so many dead animals? So it was like, I guess.
Can we really explain this?
There actually is a newer movie called Chupa, and it's like the cutest little chupacabra. He's like really cute.
It's like a cartoon?
No, but it's like, I don't know, it's kind of creepy because it's like, you know, CGI little animal, but it's like kind of cute looking. Aww. And it's like makes friends with this little boy in like Mexico.
Chupa.
Yeah. But
that is cute.
Yeah, chupacabra. So I'm not really scared about it. I'm not really worried about the chupacabra.
Yeah, because it doesn't sound like it attacks humans.
The one in Scooby-Doo was scary. He was like purple.
Yeah, but it's just a human in a mask.
Yeah, it always is.
So maybe that's all chupacabra is.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which is honestly scarier.
Yeah, because why are you drinking all that goat
animals' blood? Like, that's weird.
Anyway, that was my number 5.
Well, here's my number 4. Clown sightings of 2016.
Oh my gosh.
So, 2006, do you remember this?
Yes. We knew each other.
Yes, we did. Guess when we met. The case of mass hysteria by reports of people dressed as evil clowns spread through social media and viral sharing with reports all over the U.S., Canada, and 18 other countries. This reportedly began in Green Bay, Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Okay. Of all the places.
Right? Like, that's random. I do remember this. I remember there were like a lot of videos of it. There was one, I think it was the one in Green Bay, where someone was like, oh, well, maybe it's for a movie, and it turned out it was a promotion for someone's like short film called like Gags or something like that.
Can you imagine starting mass hysteria?
Right? But I think it did like inspire people to like go harass and stalk and creep people out.
Yeah, there were a lot of copycats.
And there were a lot of videos, and some of it's like you don't really know for sure if those videos were real or not. If it's just someone doing like a setup, because they would be really creepy, like the ones where they would just be they would on the Ring cameras and stuff.
Yes.
It would just be them standing in the doorway or just standing in the yard.
I can't believe I was like around for the birth of an urban legend.
I know. That was not that long ago.
No, that one scared me, actually, genuinely. Can you imagine if it was during TikTok time? That was Vine.
Gosh. Yeah.
And I remember seeing them on Vine, too.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember this was, like, my first year going to school, like college.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know the outside classroom? That was all, like... That one would...
Down the hallway?
Whenever I would get really scared, and I was in... What was it? Music appreciation or something?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was. I would be like making my escape. So like if there's a clown here, I vividly remember being like, if a clown comes, like I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, because I was just waiting for them to come to our town.
Yeah, I never really was like, oh, it's gonna happen, like they're gonna come to our town. But I would just imagine, like, can you imagine just like walking or like
in the
anywhere,
dark on a street.
Yeah, just seeing someone dressed as a clown. It does not matter like what, I don't know, the context is. It's gonna be freaky.
Yeah, I feel bad for our one clown in this city.
Who's that?
Corn Pop.
It sounds
Have you
terrifying.
ever seen Corn Pop?
No, and I don't want to.
He is the monopoly of clowns in this town.
Really?
Yes.
Never heard of him.
One time my sister had him at her birthday party. Like everybody knows Corn Pop.
Corn Pop.
Yeah. I was like, poor Corn Pop. He's got a bad rap now.
Well, clowns just have a bad rap. And it is because of it. It really is.
You think so?
Oh, it is.
1,000%?
I know for a fact.
Because I'm trying to think of anything before the 80s that was clown scary. Not really.
Not really. I don't think like it is scary looking back now at stuff like that, but I don't think it was scary to them.
But do you think kids were always like, ooh? Because I feel like I was born with an innate fear of like, ooh,
right?
Like clowns.
Because like I didn't see it
my mom wasn't
8th
like
grade.
Yeah, my mom wasn't like clowns are scary, but I remember like going to Luby's and they'd have the clowns on Tuesday nights, and I'd be like, I don't like that
terrifying.
Thing. Yeah.
Well, my grandmother dressed up for my sister's like 4th birthday or something like that. As a clown. And I think I was not even 1 yet, or maybe I was 1. And my sister was terrified of her, but I was just like
how?
I was not scared.
Yeah. I guess it's like Santa Claus. Like, why are people scared of Santa? I did almost put Krampus on my list.
I did too. I saw it and I was like,
we need to save it.
We need to
save it.
You know, Krampus.
Our Krampus part 2 episode. We can go into the actual lore of Krampus.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Well, that's kind of scary that I wonder if like there's still like little mini sightings.
I'm
like,
sure.
Oh,
I think during Halloween and stuff, I feel like I hear
and then
something
the
about the
Terrifier.
clown. Oh yeah.
I will never watch that.
I don't want to watch the movie.
I will never watch that.
It looks gross.
Looks disgusting. What are we on? 4?
4. It's your turn for 4.
Okay. Number 4. Which one should I do for number 4? Which one am I second least scared of? Number 4. Goatman's Bridge. Dun, dun, dun. This is actually hilarious. So funny. Goatman's Bridge is in a town that Alyssa and I both used to live in Denton. We both went to college there.
Separate times.
It's more like in Argyle.
Yeah.
It's like on the edge of Denton and Argyle. The first time I heard it, I vividly remember I was working at Chick-fil-A and some of the high schoolers were like, I was in college. I was not hanging out with these high schoolers, but they're like, Emily, you have to come out. We're going to Goatman's Bridge. And I was like, I don't know what y'all are talking about. I don't know who Goatman is. I'm not going there. Too far. So I was like, I'm not doing that. And then I actually like heard the lore of it from them. They told me about it. And I was like, okay. But basically it's called Old Alton Bridge. It's like really tiny. It's like right off the street. Like
it's not
literally from like here to the other apartment.
It does not look like this menacing.
No, it's not. It's like metal, like cast iron, I guess. Yeah. Very short bridge. There's no water under or anything. It's literally just from like.
Go under it.
Yeah, it's just, I wouldn't if I were you. But you can. It's just going from one hill to the other hill. But it is like said to be one of the most haunted places in Texas, which is so weird because I used to drive by this bridge every single day.
Yeah.
When at this one job that I had, I would go by it every single day.
I used to drive by it a lot too.
Yeah, I'm like, you're going to tell me that's one of the most haunted places in Texas? Okay, sure.
I feel nothing.
Yeah. Now, thinking about it, I probably wouldn't go at night, but
right.
Basically the story of the origins of the haunting of the story was there was an African American entrepreneur named Oscar Washburn, and his family had like a farm, like a goat farm, and they had a herd near the bridge, and the local KKK was very angry at his success and that he was there, and so they took him to the bridge. They what's the word?
Killed him.
Lynched. I was like, leeched? No, not leeched. They lynched him, and then they put a rope over his neck and threw him over the bridge to try and kill him. So they do that. They run down there, and then there's no body. Nobody anywhere to be found. There's just the rope swaying in the wind. And so they're like, what? Like, where's the body? They get angry. They go back to the family's house, and they burn the whole house with the family in it. And so ever since then, it's been a popular site for Satanists to go, cults go there, do their whatever they're doing. People say people vanish, people feel spirits, people see the goat man. And I think BuzzFeed Unsolved went there.
Yeah,
I watched that episode.
These YouTubers, Sam and Colby, they do haunted. They went there too. Yeah,
I think I saw some of that one too, and then I watched the Ghost Adventures episode where they went there, and it was one of the funniest episodes I've ever seen. It was
Adventures is so funny.
You know they're doing new episodes?
Are they really?
Yes, I saw it yesterday.
Wait, I think I saw that too actually. Because like Zach Baggins looks different.
I think it's just him because I think everybody else quit.
Everyone else quit.
Yeah, because he's horrible. But I'm gonna watch it anyway. Yeah, that episode was hilarious because there was this one. I was watching it with my brother and sister. And we were just laying on the bed, and this mom like brought her kids there, and she's giving her testimony, and she's like, "When I was there, I just felt this like I just wanted to kill my kids." She was like, I felt this presence, and I was just like, I need to kill my kids. And I was like, why are you saying this on national television? It was so bad.
And then they'll like show like a picture, like a creepy video of like kids like walking towards like a zombie or something.
And it's like really fast and they're really slow. And you're like, wow.
Just like horrible stock
footage. I think one that my brother like lost it at was like there was like a goat man looking like in so obviously a costume, but they had like ropes attached to it, and it like pulled up and it like went reverse because obviously he had jumped down, but it went it was just so funny. And I was like, I cannot believe they're like trying to make this look scary.
Right.
But yeah, that's one, Goatman's Bridge.
It's a good one.
It's just so weird. No, not at night.
How many likes? How many views on the podcast for us to go to Goatman's Bridge?
Do we have to go at night?
Yeah, we'd have to.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I would.
We could find like a guide. Like when Sam and Colby went, there was like a guide that went with them.
Okay. 200 likes. Last week was 100. We're moving up. 200 saves. 200
listens. On this episode.
I'm not going to listen to it at all.
And we'll go to Goatman's Bridge.
Okay.
Okay. Ready for my next one?
Number whatever it is.
Number 3. Ankle slicing thief.
Ooh, my feet hurt.
So there was this, and I remember hearing this as a woman, as a girl growing up, that you had to be careful because there was this woman who was, shopping at the mall, being just like a girly, and she goes out with her shopping bags, and she goes to get in her car. She puts her shopping bags away. She goes to get her car, and as she's about to get in her car, someone who's been hiding under her car comes out with a knife and slices her ankles.
Oh, I check every time.
So she falls to the ground, and then he steals her car.
Gross.
There's other ones where like more.
Oh, only steals her car?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
There's other ones though where there is more nefarious things happen. And those were the ones I heard growing up. Was like they will slice your ankle so that they can torture you and kill you and rape you and all this stuff. Yeah. So I'm afraid of getting my ankle sliced to this day.
Too. I didn't know that was like an urban legend. That's how it started. Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought it was just like, yeah, this happens. Okay.
Yeah, it was like
interesting.
It was like I don't think they found out. They never found out that actually happened to someone.
Oh. Well, why would you make that up then and give people ideas?
Right. I'm surprised it hasn't happened. I'm sure it's happened to someone.
Oh, it has to have. Because I always, like, when I'm approaching my car, I try to look.
Like, look and see.
Yeah, I try to look under from far away so I don't, like, become vulnerable right there. But I actually, I do that. Because I am scared of that, too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's a real thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I practice. Do you say, like, you practice an urban legend?
Prevention.
I practice urban legend prevention by checking under my car. Isn't that
ULP.
sad?
Practice ULP. Urban Legend Prevention.
That's our new t-shirt.
Good idea.
Slash&Slay.
ULP. Urban Legend Prevention.
And then it has a car and a knife.
Ooh. It's a good, we should do a sticker.
A sticker.
We need to start with stickers and then work our way up.
Start stickers, then we get t-shirts. Start little, then we get big.
Then get big. That's just the motto.
I'll start working on it. Don't worry, guys. That one's pretty scary.
Yes.
Because it's more, I mean, it's not like no supernatural anything. It's just
it's just
malicious.
People being people. That's kind of all mine.
Yeah,
all
yours
mine
aren't
really supernatural. It's all just people being. The first one was the only supernatural one I have.
Every single one of mine is supernatural.
Well, what's your next one?
I'm going to go with number 3, Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary.
Don't do it. She's going to say it more than one time.
It was 3 times, I thought. In the mirror. You have to be in the mirror.
I said more than one. You would say more than one time.
You have to say it more than one time? I thought it was 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah, but never mind.
I was only going to say it 2 times.
Don't even play. So actually, I have heard the origins of this one, where a woman was supposed to carry a mirror and a lit candle, and then you go up the stairs backwards, and in the mirror you're supposed to see your future husband's face in the mirror.
Wow.
Or you'd see a skull if you're going to die before you get married.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if I did that now, would I see Jared's face?
Please don't even try. He's just behind
What
you.
if it's not? What if it's someone else's face? No, what if it's a skull, but I'm already married, so that doesn't make sense. It's botched. What if let's
debunk it.
What if I do it and I'm walking backwards and Jared's face is in the mirror, but it's just because he's behind me coming down the stairs?
Then you'd be like,
oh, that's so sweet.
I mean, I heard that men would be like, oh, they're doing it, hee hee, and try to
sneak
do it.
in.
Yeah, I actually heard this from a Dead Meat episode. They were going through this book from like the 1920s, and it was like Halloween traditions, and they were like, do it, and like all the boys were gonna like play a prank on you and like show their face, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So that's where it first started. And it was like a divination ritual. Now you go into the room, all the lights are off, you have a faint light going, a candle light, and then you look in the mirror, you say it for it actually said 13 times.
13 times.
Or it also said or whatever number they say, because it's urban legend.
Right.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
If you say it 5 times, whatever. I always heard 3 times.
I always heard 3.
And then she's supposed to appear in the mirror. Now I actually did this one.
This?
Yes. Scariest time of my life. I did it in the church bathroom during Wednesday night
you
church.
You invited her to church?
Okay, it was my friend.
That could be good.
My friend. I'm going to text her and be like, listen to this episode because I'm going to talk about the trauma you imparted on me. So we went into the bathroom and we turned off all the lights and she made me like spin around. So I was even more disoriented. She like made me spin around and I like said it 3 times in the mirror. And it like, you know, I was so fully convinced I saw something. There was also those paper towel things that have the red light.
Oh, I thought the ones that go like it like makes the noise.
Yeah, like it made noise and it had like a red light, so it looked like eyes or something. And it was just like I just remember sobbing and being so freaked out.
Oh my
and
gosh.
then I was the worst. I was such a baby. Like they should have known. I could not hang. I did not. They should have known. I was not down for a good time because I just immediately was like, Mom, guess what? And like just told on everybody.
Just did.
Yeah, and I just really screwed myself over for the rest of my life because Mom was like, you can't hang out with them. They made you do Bloody Mary, you know. So I did do that one. That was very scary. And now, of course, the scientific community has said that you are susceptible in that disoriented area of darkness mirror.
It is.
You're gonna.
Have you ever just like turn off lights and stared at yourself in the mirror?
Yeah, it's going to.
It's literally terrifying.
Yeah,
you will see. I did this. I don't know why I did this. It was recently too.
Oh my God,
not that long ago.
You wanted to feel something.
I guess so. I think I did. I think I was going through it.
Uh-huh.
It was when my medicine was messing me up, and I was going through it. And so I did. I turned off the lights and I just stared at myself in the mirror. And I swear, there was something different about my eyes. Someone in the mirror. Your eyes like it was like something hardened. Like I saw it.
I'm getting chills. It's so scary.
It was so freaky. I was like, all right, I'm gonna stop doing that. It is weird.
Yeah, because that's like in those specific conditions, like you're going to see something. You're gonna see an animal face. You're gonna see a person's face.
Yeah.
And of course, Bloody Mary is supposed to scream at you, eat your soul, do whatever. And there's been a lot of like movies, things like that reference Bloody Mary or she's in it, something like that. And people also say historically it comes from Henry the VIII's daughter.
Yeah.
Because she like killed so many people.
Yeah.
So she was
Bloody
Mary. But it also has other origins, so no one really knows. But yeah, Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
She's gonna come.
What if I just like brought it into people's homes?
It's also, it was interesting when I was researching this because, you know, Candyman is the same thing. You look in the mirror, say 3 times. And then there was also this urban legend called Hook.
Yes.
Like Hookman. And that's like Candyman too.
Same thing, yeah.
So.
And I saw all of those on Supernatural too. Hookman was in Supernatural.
Was Bloody Mary
Bloody Mary was in Supernatural.
They just can't come up with anything new, can they?
Well, no. No, they sure can't.
I watched the vampire episode of Supernatural at the gym, but there was no sound. So just like.
There's tons of vampire episodes.
It was the old timey one.
Okay. When they were like in the movies.
Yeah.
It's like the Oktoberfest one.
I don't know. It just looked like Dracula. Like it was all
black and white.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when I was watching.
Yeah. They do fun little stuff like that.
I watched the musical episode.
Oh, yeah. I love that one. Okay. Number 2. Killer in the back seat.
Uh-oh.
So this is one that I did hear a lot and that they've used a lot in movies. And maybe you've heard this one. There's always a woman. It's always a woman. She's driving her car down the road. And as she's passing someone, they flash their lights at her. They're like headlights at her. She's like, that's weird. I don't know why they did that. She keeps going, but she sees that behind, like, they turn around and they start following her. And they're just flashing their lights. They keep flashing their lights. And she's freaking out. And she keeps driving and she's trying to escape this car. Like, doesn't know what they're doing or why they're chasing her. So she eventually, there's 2 different versions. And one, she pulls off on the side of the road and she gets out. This was like in the 90s, you know, so yeah, I think it was less likely you would, you know, it's less likely now that you would actually get out of your car. But she pulls over, the car pulls up behind her, she gets out, she's like, why are you flashing your lights on you at me? She's scared of this person, and they're like, because there's someone in your back seat. And then in the other version, she like escapes from them, pulls off, and then gets killed. There's someone in her backseat. And the people flashing lights were trying to warn her.
I think I've heard the second version.
Of her just getting killed?
Yeah. Where did that come from?
I don't know.
No one knows?
No one knows. But they use it a lot in movies. I've seen it in a few movies. And then there was a short American Horror Stories where they used that.
Ooh. That's scary. But how would they even know?
It's like how would you know that person in your backseat is a killer?
Like they have a knife and they're
it's
like
they have. I think it's like they usually have an axe. They have an axe. But it's like, how would someone?
I'd be like,
be able to see that? Yeah.
But still, it makes a good story.
It does.
Kind of reminds me of that scene in Zodiac. Whenever I don't even remember what happens, but it's a girl and she is in her car, and she survives, but she might get killed. I don't remember.
She survives, but
she might get killed. I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember. I just remember a girl in a car. Now I'm just scared to get in my car. I'm gonna have to spend the night here.
Oopsie. You have to check under your car and in your back seat before you get in. I always do that. I check my back seat too because of that.
Because of that?
Mm-hmm.
See, maybe it's supposed to be a cautionary tale more than an urban legend.
Yeah. But is that was supposed to be like, you should have pulled over for the people that were chasing you down with your headlights? Like, no, because they could have been a killer too. For all you know. You should have just
gone back before and checked in your back seat.
Right. It's like, how do you not see someone in your back seat though? At least in my car, there's no way I would not see someone in my back seat. Because when I get in,
you might as well just be in the back seat.
I see my back seat.
Yeah, you see your back seat. So I have to be really tiny.
Yeah, you're tiny.
You have to be little and get in the back seat. Do you have your trunk is like covered, so nobody can get in there.
Yeah.
My trunk's very spacious. Just saying, everybody.
Don't tell them that.
However, you can't like get over because it's like not very tall. So you can't like shimmy over and kill me.
You'd probably see them
I'd be
in
like,
your... what are you doing
Can
here?
I help you? Sir? Ma'am? Probably sir?
Probably sir.
Okay, well, I'm scared. What are we on, 4?
4. What's your fourth?
Number...
Or your second. Sorry. We're at 2.
2. Number 2. Skinwalkers.
Not the
Sorry.
Skinwalkers.
My sister does not even let us talk about them at all.
She thinks it'll summon them.
Yeah, that's why on my like research thing here, I didn't even write the whole word because I was too scared to invite it into
blurt it out.
Yeah, to invite it into my energy because I believe in that, and I think like especially when I was researching this, I was like, I know I'm inviting these spirits, just come on over here. Yeah, especially since all of my stuff was supernatural. Skinwalkers. So they actually derive from Navajo legend, and it means harmful witch, basically. Or they're harmful witches that they believe to once have been part of their like Navajo really powerful leaders or healers, but then their power turned them bad into evil witches. And they will possess or shift into animals. And their Navajo name is, I'm going to try not to botch this, Yi Naudlushi, which translates to it goes on all 4s.
Ugh. There's a lot of TikTok videos about skinwalkers.
I know, they're so scary. And well, they're so different.
Yeah, because a lot of it will be like someone will be walking along the road and they'll hear like a voice in the thing, like a human sounding voice, or they'll hear their name. And I've also heard stories of, and this could be a ghost, but some people have said skinwalker. There's this one girl who said her husband was going to the store and he like went downstairs and she called to him and was like, oh, we need this and this and this too. And he was talking to her and then she was like, and what about and what about this? And then he didn't answer her and she was like, oh, that's weird. And so she went downstairs and he wasn't there and she looked out and his car was gone.
Oh, I'm sick.
She was like, how is his car already gone? I'm like just talking to him. And she texted him and was like, hey, did you just leave? And he's like, no, I'm already at the store.
Oh my gosh, I'm sick. I'm
Like,
sick.
Is that a ghost or is that like, it was like a skinwalker or something?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, that's actually part of it. So the Navajo people, where it was originated, they're basically just anti-Navajo. So they're always just fighting each other. So everything good that the Navajo stands for, they're anti. So they'll always be casting spells and like dark magic on them. And that's kind of the extent of it for like the base of it. And then they said like white people have like taken it and will use it as anything. So they'll be like killer in the woods, skinwalker. This is skinwalker, ghost, skinwalker,
golden doodle, skinwalker.
Though our dog, I'm telling you, it is a skinwalker because it just looks like our golden doodle.
You have a golden doodle? It's your sister's, right?
Yes. It looks like somebody put on
a dog costume.
A dog skin. Like, it just looks like it's bursting out. Like, about to, like, and rip out of the skin. Like, we hate looking at it because its eyes are, like, so human. I hate it. I hate that dog. I'm sorry. I love the dog, but also I'm very skeptical of it.
Like, I know who you are.
The way it sits just gives me the heebie-jeebies. The way it looks at me, it just freaks me out. It's also like so much mass behind it. I'm like, this is not an animal. But yeah, so a lot of the times they're said to be like on paths in the woods and things like that. I kind of put these hand in hands with like what are they, like the Appalachian people.
Yeah, the disappearances.
Yeah, like that. And then like the cannibals.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like they're all in the same
that's
family.
That we could do a whole episode about the Appalachian.
Yes, that one scares me.
So scary.
So bad.
Hills have eyes.
Yeah.
Creepy.
So that one I'm actually genuinely pretty freaked out about because it's like, what are you going to do against that?
Yeah.
Pray.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Scary.
I have one. One's living with me in my house.
What's his name?
Zeus.
It knows it's a god.
He looks like Freddy Fazbear or a Skinwalker.
Oh, I hate that.
I know. There's nothing redeemable about this dog. Nobody likes it.
Okay, here's my number one. The licked hand. Have you heard this?
No, that was me licking your hand, though.
Thank you. So there's a girl, and she is staying over at her friend's house, and they've, having a sleepover. They're having just like such a fun time. They're like calling boys, and they're eating popcorn and watching movies. And then she goes to bed in the guest bedroom. It's the first time she's staying over at this friend's house. So she stays at the guest bedroom, and as she's trying to fall asleep, like her hand, over the bed, and like something keeps like licking her hand. She's like, oh, their dog. Like, oh, they have a dog. It's so sweet. And it's licking her hand. She's like, okay. And when she wakes up the next morning, she tells her friend, oh, your dog, I think, got into my room and was licking my hand.
I'm gonna be sick.
And she was like, the friend's like, we don't have a dog.
Oh, that makes me sick and also laugh.
And they don't have a cat either. So it's apparently a man was under the bed licking her hand. A killer.
Bad 2 sentence
Good.
We don't have a dog.
We don't have a dog.
But I was staying at my friend's house the other night, and her dog kept licking me.
Okay.
When I told her the next morning, she said, we don't have a dog.
It's good.
That one is actually good. Oh.
But yeah, I remember that urban legend and being freaked out by it. Just imagine, be like, what the heck was that?
Like a scary freak under the bed.
Yeah, just like licking my hand.
That is so scary.
Yeah.
Ew.
Gross.
Sounds scary. Okay. I don't even want to talk about my number one.
You gotta do it.
Number one. Slenderman. This one actually really scares me.
It doesn't scare me because of the game.
yeah, there's everything now with Slenderman because
me-
it's like it took the world by storm.
Yeah, and I guess like that one girl did kill her friends because
She
of
tried
Slenderman.
to.
Tried to. I mean,
I watched that so many times. I'll get into
wait,
that.
was it multiple girls tried to kill one girl, or
It was one girl was the leader, and then she got her best friend to help her try and kill their other best friend.
yeah?
So basically, Slenderman originated as a meme on the Something Awful internet forum, and it was like basically spurred on the what's it called? Creepy.
Pasta.
Yeah, creepypasta. It kind of spurred that a lot. It actually was first seen June 10th, 2009.
Mm-hmm.
So only 2 days after my brother was born.
Wow.
So him and Slenderman are like almost birthday twins.
Wow.
So basically on the Something Awful forum, there was a graphic design contest going on. And the user, Eric Knudsen, was influenced by like H.P. Lovecraft and Stephen King, The Mist and things like that. And he created Slenderman, who's very tall, thin, unnaturally long, tentacle-like arms. He has like a featureless white face. He usually wears like a suit and tie. And people are saying like if you look him up and things like part of the lore is if you look him up or like research things about him, you invite him. You're inviting him here. So I was like typing in. I was like, I'm so scared. I don't want to like type any of this anymore.
There's
Joey
a movie
King.
they made.
Yeah, Joey King was in the movie 2018, which was based off of the murders.
Yeah.
Or the attempted murder. So basically the two girls, which I watched her on Dr. Phil back in the day, and then I like listened to the Morbid episode about it. Like I've just listened to a lot about it. But Slenderman is like will take children and make him do his bidding.
Yeah.
So they were way too young to be on the internet. Number one, they were like 12.
Right.
And especially in 2009, like there was way less restrictions. So her friend, the three friends were like best friends. They were having a sleepover. They decide they want to go play hide and seek, but wink, wink, two of them were going to try and kill the other girl. So they stab her like 20 something times, leave her for dead. She crawls her way out and gets help. And like she's fine to this day. She's okay. The other two are in jail.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because they claim, they're also in like I think they're in psych wards too because they claim that Slenderman told them what to do. But then that movie was inspired in 2018. I don't think Joey King, I don't think there were killers, but I think there was these three girls.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I think so. I think me and my best friend went and saw it
in theaters.
Yeah.
I think they're just like Slenderman's trying to talk to them or something, and they're like, no, we're gonna try to stop Slenderman or something. I remember the commercials and being so scared. And this has like been the one that has like followed me my life, like continuously scared about it, because I remember our first we moved out of our first house that we moved here, and I moved to like a rent house, and the backyard was huge but pitch black.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, Slenderman's out there.
Yeah.
Like my first night, and the people that helped us move in, like it was these two teenage boys, and they're like, oh, Slenderman. And then I was like, crap, now that's in my head. And I had a door to the backyard in my room.
Oh.
So I was like, Slenderman's coming, he's gonna get me. So I've just always been kind of scared of that one.
Would you ever play the game?
The video game? No, I will not do that. I won't even watch it.
What if we got 300
Okay, if we got 300
listens on this episode?
Sure. We do have a request.
We do?
My little brother really wants us to play the new, is it Friday the 13th? No, what's the new one? Texas Chainsaw?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
The new game. He wants us to play it. And I was like, I won't play it, but we'll watch it.
Yeah, we'll react to it.
Yeah. I was like, you can stream
I don't have any like way to play.
You only have PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Well, he was like, you can take my Xbox. You can do it. He wants us to so bad.
Well,
so
we might have to.
A special episode watching that. If we get 300, I'll watch someone play the Slenderman game.
Or if you watch me play.
You're not going to play it?
I'll play it.
Okay. For 300, you'll play it.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what's another urban legend that, like, in our lifetime, was it Charlie, Are You Here? With the pencils?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Forgot about that one, too.
Charlie. Wasn't there another one, too? That was, like, more recent.
Probably.
don't remember. That one scared me. But yeah, that's all mine.
That's all mine.
We have some honorary mentions though.
Yes.
That I did want to talk about. My mom, I don't even know if this is real. It was like an urban legend in our house. And it was if you didn't clean up, Posa was going to come. Which is like Spanish for moth.
Yeah. There's a lot of urban legends for children to like do good
things. Yeah, if you didn't clean up, Posa was going to come and take your things. And I always imagined Posa as a Cymbalta, like green moth. But now thinking about it, I'm sure my mom was like, a moth is gonna come and take your things.
Like, oh,
and I was like, the Cymbalta moth is gonna come and take my Barbie. Yeah. But she was always like, Posa's gonna come and take your things.
So clean of a person.
Yes. Because of trauma. Yeah. From trauma. But the funny thing is, like, if we didn't clean up, she'd be like, I'm taking this and I'm gonna give it to Posa. Like, she was like in with it, you know?
Yeah, she was.
She was.
She was in cahoots with Posa.
She knew Posa. That was one of my honorable mentions. Also, the Lincoln and Kennedy. Like coincidences, not coincidences. What is it called? Like parallels.
Yeah.
I think the year 1863. And then 1963. And then it was like reverse dates of when it happened, I think. I didn't even like look it up. I just remember that it was all very coincidental.
Is that an urban legend or is that like a conspiracy theory?
I mean, it was on the list of urban legends.
Have you ever heard of the aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light urban legend?
When you put that, I thought you were talking to me because sometimes when we're and then I got really scared.
I know. I was saying that because it's an urban legend.
Whenever we do these researching, sometimes we'll both so happen to be on the dock at the same time, and then we like talk to each other. Yeah, and then she typed, "Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light?" And I was like, and I just left. I was like, I'm scared. What is that?
It's okay. So, again, a woman. She comes home. She hears her, like, when she comes home from work, all the lights are off. She, I think it's usually a college dorm. She hears, like, her roommate, like, and her boyfriend getting on it. She's like, okay, I'm just going to get in my bed. I'm going to put in my earphones. I'm going to go to bed. So she does that. And then when she wakes up in the morning, her roommate has been killed. And written in blood on the wall is, "Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light?"
Oh my God. That's scary.
Yeah. It's one I heard. It's one I heard.
That cannot be real.
I don't think it's real at all.
I hope not.
I think it's just
scary.
Fun, scary story.
You should always interrupt your roommates.
Always interrupt your roommates having
just in case.
Coitus.
Just
in case. But then she would have been killed. So he's saying, aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light? Because if you turned on the light, you would have also been, you know.
Or, I mean, if it's a dorm, she could just, like, open her door and be like, help. But then she would have seen it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, well.
I don't know what would have happened.
It's a legend. We can't poke holes in these.
It's a legend, and it's urban.
Oh, also, Paul McCartney.
Oh, yeah.
He's dead.
I saw that. Yeah. But it's the same like with Avril Lavigne.
That she's dead?
Yeah, and that's a body double. Which I also think
Who else is dead? I feel like there's so many.
There's probably a bunch of dead people.
I think they probably died at a time, but I think my conspiracy brain is like Hollywood knows how to
bring them back.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, also like Disney crypto chamber and his head is like frozen.
I saw someone being like, well, why would they bring Avril Lavigne back or go to all this trouble to doppelganger? She hasn't made music in like so long.
It's true.
Like,
I don't
what's
know
the point? What would be the point of that? Like, what is she?
When did that start? In the 90s or early 2000s?
Oh, I think it was like 2010s.
Okay.
She wasn't putting out music,
had like one
so
song.
What is the point of that?
Because we couldn't take another one. After we lost Britney and her sanity, we couldn't lose Avril. Yeah. And Paul's never going to die, so.
No, he's not.
Literally
never.
Never.
Well, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this episode.
I hope you did enjoy it, and I hope you're not too spooked.
Yes,
like
and
me.
if you are, don't forget to turn on the light.
Turn on the light. Don't go in the woods. Get rid of your golden doodles. Don't touch the elevator. Just use the stairs.
Look under your cars.
No clowns.
Look behind in your back seats.
What else? Don't look in the mirror.
Don't go to Goatman Bridge unless we get 200 views.
I'll see 200 views, and we'll go to Goatman Bridge. And don't look up Slenderman. That's all.
That's all.
Easy.
That's all you gotta do.
Easy, guys.
Well, guys, next week we are so excited that we will be becoming the Slash and Slay, a Twilight podcast.
We're going to go to Forks for a month.
Oh, my God.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Amazing.
Please, guys, please share this. Share this so we can
give us
go.
so much money so we can quit our jobs and go to Forks.
Go to Forks. I just want to go on vacation just once. I just want to go see that.
I want to quit my job.
I do want to quit my...
and go to Forks.
I don't think anybody I know listens to this. I want to quit my job. Anyway.
Well, everyone wants to quit their job. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, unless you have a job that you're, like, passionate about.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. Anyways, I hope that you'll join us for the month of September as we delve into the Twilight
As we
series.
sink our teeth.
Oh, as we sink our teeth and sparkle our bodies.
And sparkle our bodies and
Become
lower our
wolves.
voices. Become wolves, become vampires, become annoying little teenage gals.
Yeah, we will.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Yay!
Yay! Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at slashandslaypod.
On TikTok at slashandslaypod.
And you can always email us your urban legends at slashandslaypod@gmail.com.
At gmail.com. 2@gmail.com.
2@gmail.com.
No, not at 2. Okay.
We love you guys.
Love you.